salutations. We thank you once again for tuning in for Black to Business, hosted by the New Orleans Region Black Chamber of Commerce and yours truly, Edward B. Coulon Smith, Chairman of the Board. And we'd like to say happy hump day and enjoy your lunch. And I hope you eat something good, because guess what? We about to have a good show for y'all. With me, I have the Vice President and Marketing Media Director of the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated, Miss Lizzie Townsend. Sister Liz, how you doing
I'm
today?
doing so well. Thank you for having me, brother. I'm so happy to be here and talk to you guys more about the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation and an upcoming initiative that we have coming up on Saturday, April 11th, dedicated to men's health awareness.
All right, so I got a couple of questions for you, and answer these questions at your will, and you can expound on any of those answers. So right now, first and foremost, who is Lizzie Townsend? What is your educational and business background?
Wow, who is Lizzie Townsend? A Renaissance woman, a God-fearing woman, a purpose-driven woman, born and raised here in New Orleans, Louisiana. I went to St. John Birchman for preschool. Then I went to Jean Gordon. And then I went to Newman for middle and high school. And then I went to Spelman for a year for college, and then ended up at Texas Southern, where I pledged Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, of course.
All right. Shout out to Delta.
But what I really want to say is, how did I really get involved with BYF? So,
so we're gonna get to that.
Yes. So you want to know more about me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, originally I was a theater major. I love the arts, anything, ballet, portraits, museums, all the things. So originally I thought I wanted to be a actor.
Okay.
And then I realized, well, maybe not. And so I realized that I love to write. I love to tell stories. And so naturally I just went into journalism, and I just found my passion there. And of course, thinking that I was going to be on TV or do radio here with you, I thought I wanted to do law school. So I tried a lot of different things, which still got me back to wanting to tell stories, wanting to be intentional about my community and helping in my community and making sure that we all thrive in the best ways possible. So,
all right. So, and what is the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated?
So the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation, again, is a New Orleans-based nonprofit, and we assist breast cancer and prostate cancer patients, survivors, and their caregivers. We provide tangible support, I like to say, tangible, real-life community support. And what that basically means for us is that we're educating our community. We do educational symposiums and workshops. We also, of course, encourage screenings. Again, we'll talk about our event coming up on April 11th. Well, we'll be doing PSA screenings for gentlemen, which is basically a blood test.
Right.
Particularly trying to determine prostate cancer and that health. And then we also do cancer care kits. We do transportation assistance. We do even support groups. Anything that we feel that the community needs and it lacks at a tangible, real life, community, person to person, grassroots efforts, we try to provide that as it pertains to breast cancer and prostate cancer.
So y'all do a lot.
Yes.
So tell us about your role as Vice President and Marketing Media Director for the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated.
Well, I've been really blessed. I've been blessed to see a lot and do a lot. I love the role that I play, basically just being there for the community. And really, I would say one of our main spokespeople that gets to really talk to our community members, whether that be patients, survivors, family members, caregivers. And then I get to speak to medical staff. So I've been to conferences where I've learned so much about prostate cancer and also breast cancer, and I've been able to bring that education back to our community here. Most of those conferences are in D.C., in our nation's capital. And our president, Dr. Elizabeth Bridges, she has even been able to go to Capitol Hill and bring that type of communication to our the people that really make, the laws and make the difference. Yeah. So that's just really been great for me, being able to be in all those different pockets of stakeholders and, of course, our board, and then talk to them and our funders and our supporters and our donors, just really being able to build these relationships with all those different groups because we all had the same interest, which is to ensure that our community members who unfortunately have to face this, they're not facing these diseases alone.
So, how did you get involved with the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated? And I mean, how did you get involved?
Yes. How did I
What's
get
the
involved?
story?
So we got to go a little bit back. So I'll talk about how the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation got its name.
Okay.
So our foundation got its name, and it's basically in honor of two individuals whose lives and legacies, of course, inspire our mission. Um, Mrs. Velda Benjamin, she was an educator at McDonald 35, and she was really close friends with my aunt, Jacqueline Elmira Yancey Bridges. Well,
Okay.
Yancey. So Benjamin and Yancey, two family friends. Our co-founders are Dr. Bridges, who happens to be my mother, and also Mrs. Jean Benjamin Vatby, who recently passed in 2024, a sister and the daughter of two educators who passed of breast cancer. They would basically come together and do walks for years. I'm talking about like 2015,
Mm,
every single year, hitting the pavement for breast cancer walks, and the groups would just grow every single year. And so they realized, well, this is great that our groups are growing, but that means that people need support. We're
right.
here because of unfortunate, sometimes even grief, you know. So I would say for me personally, I got involved because I turned my grief into a passion.
Yeah.
And here is the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation. So just to kind of bring that all back together, the Benjamin and Yanceys are lifelong family friends, and Yancey was my aunt.
Got
So
it.
yes,
Okay. So this runs real deep with
very,
you,
very, very
and
deep.
you're very passionate about it.
Yes.
Okay, so is there a brick and mortar? Is there a location for the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation?
Not at this particular time. We're kind of anywhere you need us to be. So we've done church events, we've done events at libraries, we've done events at Messina's for our annual luncheon, we've done events at Dookie Chase, Second Wine, in Spirit, I believe, on magazine. We're basically a virtual office as
Okay.
we are. But we do, of course, set up shop and we do events like we are on April 11th here on Xavier's campus.
So how can the listening audience get in contact with you or with the foundation to be a part of the foundation or be involved in any of the events or activities that you have?
Yes. So our main email contact is byfinquiries@gmail.com. And then you can also contact us at 504. There is a number, a 504 number, which I don't have, but I'll pull up for you. It's a Google number.
Okay.
But usually that email, I am looking at it every single day. So
Got it.
yes.
So how is the Benjamin Yancey Foundation Incorporated involved in the local community?
How much are we involved in the local community?
How are y'all involved?
So basically, our biggest event or our most notable event, I would say, would be our annual breast cancer and prostate cancer survivors luncheon. And we usually do that in September. It's usually the last Thursday in September, where we choose a variety of community members who are survivors of either breast or prostate cancer, and we honor them and just their survivorship and how they are beacons in our community. So that's a very popular event that we do. Also, like I said, the support groups that we do for breast cancer and prostate cancer. And I can't forget our community partners, AmeriHealth. We do a lot of events there in Gentilly. So we usually host those there, as well as going to hospitals like Ochsner to provide cancer care kits to those who are experiencing chemo and radiation and things of that nature. If individuals in the community may need transportation assistance, again, you can use that email, byfoundationinquiries@gmail, to contact us to let us know, because we know sometimes you may have to travel to even MD Anderson in Houston.
Right.
So just assisting, our community members with trying to get to places like that. So we do a lot. So our virtual office, like I say, our office is everywhere. We're everywhere the need basically is.
Okay. So, and I know everybody is out there listening. I know you're enjoying your lunch and all that kind of stuff right now. But this is a very, very thing that is near and dear to the Black community. Breast cancer, prostate cancer is very prevalent in the African American home. And I know it's something that we didn't always used to talk about. And I know we talk about it more now because it's out there more. So please dial in, phone in 504 582 9422 to speak to none other than Miss Lizzie Townsend, who has most of the questions, if not all of the questions. And if she don't have a question, have an answer, I'm quite sure she can get you one. So
Absolutely.
like I said, please phone in, dial in 504 582 9422. The phone lines are open and you can get straight to us while we're here on the air. So, Ms. Townsend, please tell us about upcoming events for the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation. Now, this is your segue to
Yes.
get into this event that you have coming up on next month.
Yes, we're so excited. So we'll be right here back on the campus of Xavier University, particularly near the Qatar Pharmacy Auditorium on Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 1 p.m. for the Crescent City Men Take Charge, which is a prostate cancer and men's health screening. The Benjamin and Yancey Foundation is presenting this free event with a partnering nonprofit organization by the name of Prostate Conditions Education Council, alongside Xavier Pharmacy School, as well as Tulane Urology. And so we're just really excited about presenting these resources to the community, particularly men, in a very laid, chill atmosphere. Again, we'll have PSA testings, which is a blood test. We will have an expert urologist, as well as your primary care provider to speak with, and also to prostate cancer survivors. So you'll get some education. You'll be able to ask questions. We'll even possibly have a DJ or so just to liven up the mood, and
Right.
also free lunch for the community. So we're really excited to just provide that type of service to the community in a very relaxed environment, and then still have healthcare providers on site to be able to answer all the questions.
So tell the listening audience once again, how much does this cost?
It is free 99.
Free 99.
Free
You heard it
99.
right there.
Yes.
Free
And a
99.
free lunch, free education, just free good chill and will, for the community. So we're really excited about that.
Okay. So what message do you want to send to aspiring visionaries such as yourself?
Find something that you're passionate about that helps our community. That's the only way we thrive and grow together. And no more of a beautiful place to do that than beloved New Orleans.
There it is. What do you hope that the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated brings to the community?
More of what we're doing, which is that communal support. That is so, so, so very important just on an everyday basis as having that human experience. But when you're dealing with a diagnosis such as cancer, you're going to need community, and that's what we're here for. So I know that our hope is to touch as many families who are unfortunately affected by either breast or prostate cancer, and just provide them with that community that we know that they'll need. And then once they get past, their diseases and diagnoses, and once they become the survivor that we know that they will be able to be a part of our community, and then pass that information and just that hope to the next group of people. Because unfortunately, we know that breast cancer is the number one cancer for, unfortunately, Black women, and prostate cancer is the number 2 cancer for African American men.
Okay. Now, with that being said, this prostate cancer screening and men's health event, I want to call out and I want to ask upon all the Divine Nine, especially the members of the Mega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Alphas, the Kappas, the Iotas, the Sigmas, all of your social aid and pleasure clubs. Zulu Social Aid and Pleasure Club, NOM-TOC. I'm calling and asking for all of my men, 100 Black men, whoever you are that are out there with any kind of groups, the second line groups, all of you, please come here and be at Xavier when?
Saturday, April 11th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And it's free 99.
It is
you
free.
will also get a free lunch.
Yes.
And
yes.
if you know anything about African American events there in the city of New Orleans, if you get a free lunch, it's not any lunch. It's not just a sandwich or anything of that nature. So I'm quite sure it'd be something good. But it's something also probably it's going to be something healthy.
Yes.
Now, can you tell us who the sponsors for this event is or are?
Yes. So right now, our main partner and sponsor is PCEC, which is the Prostate Conditions Education Council, along with Bayer.
Okay. So, Dr. Griggs, I know you're out there and I know you may be listening. I need you to be a part of this event. Doctor, all my good doctors that I go see, I will be sending you this flyer so we can be there as well and so we can get some more African American brothers to come out to this event so they can show up and show out. My Zulu characters, who are running for king, the ones who've already been elected or who have gone on into their character positions, all the former characters, please come out to this event. You would be getting a call from me, and you will also probably be getting a email or something from Miss Lizzie.
Absolutely.
So, Miss Liz, what are some of the biggest challenges that you face personally and professionally, and how do you keep going?
Well, now that I'm approaching a certain age, I will say I don't even look at challenges as challenges anymore.
Mm,
Or disappointments as disappointments. I look at them as lessons. And I don't really take no as no.
there it is.
So I don't even I think my whole outlook on how I approach life or just difficulties or challenges is just different. Um, One thing that my grandmother did teach me, there is more than one way to skin a cat.
Ah,
And if I don't have the answer, I know who does. So nothing really bothers me these days. I've just come to a point of enlightenment. I would like to think that whatever I can't handle, I know who can handle that.
there it is.
So yeah,
So and I gotta say it because certain things come to my mind, and I've said that recently. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But then
absolutely.
I also ask myself, why skin the cat?
Why do we have to home the cat?
Why we gotta skin the cat?
Right. And then you know what also reigns true this year and also last year that I kind of took with me. Two things can be true at the same time.
Mm,
Something can be devastating and beautiful at the same time.
right.
There's always a silver lining. So I think if you kind of approach anything like that, it's kind of easier to see your way through and knowing that there is
Very
truly a
true.
light at the end of the tunnel.
All right. So, what legacy do you want to leave as the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation Incorporated in the New Orleans community and surrounding areas? But not only with Benjamin and Yancey, what legacy does Lizzie Townsend want to send? I want to leave.
Not to be cliche, but I truly just want to help people.
Mm,
And I think that's why God put me in this position. Particularly when my aunt was going through breast cancer, I was there. And so I remember how difficult it was. I remember her two children, my cousins, us needing to lean on each other to even get through that situation because I was there with them in Houston. And so I would sit at the hospital. I just want to leave the world better. As corny as that may sound, but that is truly what I want my legacy to be, to leave the world better than what I found it.
okay. So what about Benjamin and Yancey? What
And if I'm
legacy?
involved, which I will be until the Lord takes me out of here,
Okay.
that is truly my desire for Benjamin and Yancey again, to reach as many families unfortunately affected by breast cancer or prostate cancer and just lead them to the other side because there truly is a other side, especially when you have support.
Okay. So do y'all accept donations, sponsorships,
We
anything of that
do. We
nature?
do.
And how can one that's out there listening right now that probably has a big old checkbook
Ooh,
and right now they're getting full and they're getting sleepy because they done ate so much,
but
but they
hopefully they're
like, you know what?
inspired.
Now they are inspired. Now they're saying, you know what? I need to. Tax season is upon us. I need to
Release
do
it.
some write offs and some things of that nature. So
Yes.
how can they help?
Yes. To make a donation to the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation, you can visit our website at Benjamin and Yancey Foundation.org. Or again, if you want to get involved by volunteering or possibly getting on a committee, or you're interested in possibly serving on our board or something of that nature, or you want to find another way to do a donation. I know we do have a Venmo, but we do, of course, accept checks. Again, you can email byfoundationinquiries@gmail.com, or again, visit our website at benjaminandyanceyfoundation.org. And that's AND.
A&D.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about who or what has motivated you to be the person that you are?
In my family, of course, on both sides. But particularly about the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation, my grandfather actually had prostate cancer. He passed when I was 2, and of course, I was too young to know
Oh.
exactly what occurred. But I remember him being literally my best friend.
Mm.
So all of my memories or early memories, when I can think about them, literally begin with him. So just knowing that he passed from prostate cancer, and I hate to say this, but it must be said, my favorite aunt Jackie, Jackie Yancey, she passed from from breast cancer. It just kind of, it's almost like the script was already written,
Right.
as it pertains to me. My family's very big in getting in the community. Lots of educators. They love children. They love their community. They love the elders. They want to see New Orleans thrive, and especially when it pertains to breast and prostate cancer, it just kind of seems like all of this just kind of,
Full circle.
absolutely, absolutely full circle.
Okay. So right now we're going to do the community calendar. Coming up, it is the Hanno. Hanno has Think and Move Like a Boss for students ages 10 to 18, and it will be at Thrive Ninth Ward, located at 3600 Desire Parkway, New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and that will be on the 21st. So if you have anybody in that age range, please send them over there so they can get the information and the things they need to be able to think and move like a boss. On next Saturday, the New Orleans Region Black Chamber of Commerce will be participating and partnering up with for the 2026 Filmpreneur Empowerment Soiree, and that will be at Cafe Nola on the West Bank, and that will be from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. So they are celebrating and creating her story, and that's with Miss Chantrell Green. So please, 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 go look it up and go to Eventbrite to find out how you can be a part of this phenomenal and empowering event, and that will be to end Woman History Month. So, Ms. Liz, happy Woman History Month.
Thank you so much.
Also, as we're looking at the clock, we got about 3 minutes to wrap this thing up, and I'm gonna let Ms. Liz take us out. But Ms. Liz, tell us, what does 2026 hold for the Benjamin and Yancey Foundation, Lizzie Thompson, and your family?
What does 2026 hold? God's greatest promises.
Ah,
And
okay.
so I am not a mind reader, I don't have a ball, but God's promises, and of course, the very best.
There it is.
The very best.
That is. Also, and I will be remiss if I ain't say it, but happy 40th birthday to Miss Alexandra Renee Benoit.
Absolutely. Happy birthday,
40.
my
Happy
Alex.
birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Enjoy your day and make the most of it. And as we have 2 more minutes left, and as I always say, in the words of Kung Fu Panda, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called present. Therefore, enjoy the gift. Ms. Liz, close us out by telling us more about the event that you have coming up on the 11th. I know you'll be back here on the 8th of next month, right before the event, so we can spend all 30 minutes talking about the event.
Absolutely. We are so looking forward to seeing you all, particularly our men and your families, on Saturday, April 11th at Xavier University's Pharmacy Auditorium for our Crescent City Men Take Charge prostate cancer and men's health screening from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., where you can receive your PSA numbers as well as other health screenings, a free lunch, absolutely New Orleans style, but all about men's health. Bring your husbands, your father, your brother, your uncles, bring the whole family. It's going to be a great time, but focus on men's health.
Oh, yeah. And please tune in next week on Black to Business on the 25th, where my Radio host will be my classmate, Bishop Darcy Spikes. So please tune in, call in, and we'll see you at noon. Next week, God bless, enjoy, and as you continue to be blessed, may you continue to be a blessing to others. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Liz.
Thank you so much, Edward, for having me.
This soon.
Yes.
All right. Peace, love, and eat something good.